Based on a comprehensive analysis of the intelligence feed, the global news cycle is currently dominated by a massive geopolitical crisis. Below is a deep analysis of the primary themes shaping the world, followed by a curated list of significant, under-the-radar stories that are being overshadowed by the main headlines. Wide and deep analysis of the intelligence feed. The dataset captures a world gripped by a rapidly escalating military conflict and its cascading global consequences. 1. The primary crisis. The US-Israel-Iran war. The overwhelming focus of the feed is the intense and expanding war in the Middle East. Military escalation. The US and Israel are conducting a devastating bombing campaign across Iran. The conflict crossed a historic threshold when a US Navy submarine sank an Iranian warship with a torpedo in the Indian Ocean, the first time the US has sunk an enemy vessel with a torpedo since World War II. Regional retaliation. Iran has retaliated heavily, firing barrages of drones and ballistic missiles at US bases and allied targets across the Gulf region, including the UAE, Qatar, and Bahrain, while also targeting central Israel. 2. Severe global economic shockwaves. The war has fundamentally disrupted global logistics and energy markets. Energy and metals. Oil prices are surging, and aluminum is seeing its biggest weekly gain since 2024 as physical markets are upended. Asian junk bonds are plummeting due to the region's heavy reliance on imported Middle Eastern oil. Transportation paralysis. The Strait of Hormuz is effectively shut down, leaving tens of thousands of seafarers and cruise passengers stranded. Meanwhile, airlines like Cathay Pacific and Singapore Airlines are seeing up to 900% fare hikes as people scramble to evacuate the Middle East. 3. Diplomatic fractures and domestic fallout. The geopolitical strain is tearing at Western alliances. US-Europe tensions. US President Donald Trump threatened to sever all trade with Spain because Madrid refused to allow US planes to use Spanish bases to attack Iran. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz sat in near silence in the Oval Office as Trump lambasted European allies, underscoring the precarious position of EU leaders. US domestic turmoil. In Washington, Congress narrowly failed to pass a war powers resolution to halt the strikes, highlighting deep divisions over Trump bypassing lawmakers. Furthermore, Trump fired Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem amid the crisis. What is not stealing the headlines under the radar news? Because the war in the Middle East is consuming almost all media oxygen, several massive breakthroughs in science, technology, and business are flying under the radar. Groundbreaking medical and scientific discoveries. A mechanical cure for strokes. Researchers have successfully tested an injectable, quick-setting magnetic hydrogel fluid in animals. The gel safely forms a plug in the left atrial appendage of the heart to block blood clots, offering a massive breakthrough in stroke prevention. Alzheimer's breakthrough. Scientists have discovered that when specialized brain cells called tanocytes stop working, disease-causing tau proteins begin to build up in the brain, unlocking a major new understanding of how Alzheimer's develops. Obesity drugs. Treating addiction. A massive new study tracking 600,000 US military veterans suggests that patients taking anti-obesity medications are significantly less likely to develop complications from substance use disorders, hinting at a revolutionary secondary use for these drugs. The AVO2 AI-DNA model. Scientists launched AVO2, an AI foundation model trained on 9 trillion DNA base pairs spanning all domains of life. It can predict functional properties from genomic sequences and design new biological structures. Major technological advancements. A 1,000-year nuclear reactor. China is preparing to power up the world's first accelerator-driven subcritical system, ADS nuclear reactor. This ultra-efficient reactor is designed to both generate energy and burn up highly radioactive waste, with projections stating it could safely meet humanity's energy needs for the next millennium. EV charging as fast as pumping gas. Chinese manufacturer BYD unveiled its Blade Battery 2.0. The battery can charge from 10% to 70% in just 5 minutes and to 97% in 9 minutes, effectively eliminating range anxiety. OpenAI quietly drops GPT 5.4. Amid the global chaos, OpenAI released GPT 5.4, a new model specifically designed for agentic computer use tasks, allowing the AI to independently issue keyboard and mouse inputs based on screenshots to perform professional knowledge work. Significant business moves. An $8.3 billion chip merger. In a massive consolidation of the semiconductor industry, Toyota Group's Denso has made a bid to acquire the Japanese chipmaker Rome for roughly $8.3 billion. Ecology and history. The Black Death's ecological footprint. A new archaeological and scientific study revealed how the mass human casualties of the Black Death plague directly caused a drastic plummet in plant diversity across Europe. Koala conservation success. Scientists tracking DNA recombination have discovered how certain koala populations successfully bounced back from the brink of extinction, offering a new genetic blueprint for saving other endangered species. This concludes News Snapshot for March 5, 2026.